Well, joining us now is current ACC Network basketball analyst and former Tar Heel point guard and national champ, Joel Berry. Joel, we appreciate your time. Let's start by going back to Saturday night. North Carolina and Duke facing off in the Final Four. The Heels get the job done to advance and also hand Coach K a loss in his final game. What's the mood of this North Carolina fan base right now?
Yeah, everybody's excited. Obviously I was out on Bourbon Street and got a chance to see all the fans, all the people that are part of the school, and everybody was so excited. But what's funny is a lot of people didn't expect this. No one expected Carolina to make it all the way because of the season that they had, and with it being Coach Davis' first season. But, yeah, the fan base is excited. They're out here in New Orleans. It's amazing.
You just mentioned what Coach Davis has been able to do in his first season as head coach at North Carolina, and just in general, what this program has been able to do as far as turning their season around and finding that momentum at the right time, which is really the name of the game. But what are your takeaways, and what do you attribute their current success to?
Well, you got to think, with Coach Davis coming in, first of all, that was very unexpected of Coach Williams to retire. So, he wasn't thrown in that position, but, things move fast. And then you had the transfer portal. Now you have to implement his system. And it just took time for it to happen. It wasn't going to happen overnight. And they just stayed the course throughout the season. They had some tough losses against some top teams at the beginning of the season. And then they were very up and down throughout ACC play. But I talked to Coach Davis, and he said that they were gradually getting better and better. And on the outside, it was hard to see because of the inconsistency. But to them, they just felt like they were getting better and better each and every game, each and every day. And they just peaked at the right time. And they started coming together at the right time. They had some problems with, some guys leaving the team, academic problems and whatnot. But they stayed together. They stayed the course. And now they're in the position to compete for a national championship. But I just think with them just staying consistent and doing the everyday things that they needed to do, and Coach Davis just instilling confidence in his team, I really think that's what it was and why they are where they are right now.
JB, you've lived this moment, the highs and lows of March Madness. What are these players experiencing right now heading into Monday's national title game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got to be excited. I mean, it's a national championship game, and, there's a lot of emotion because that last game, it wasn't just a regular, just a Final Four game. That was a rivalry as well. And that was the first time that has ever happened. So a lot of emotions, but I know they're very excited. I know for me, I was very excited. I was itching to get to the national championship because of what happened the year before. And I know they're itching to get to it because of all the criticism that was around this team and all the hate that they got throughout the season. So I know they're getting ready right now. I know Armando better be working on getting that foot right because we need him. But, yeah, I know they're excited. And, I mean, it's a national championship. You have no choice but to be excited.
All right, before we let you go, we have to talk about Monday's matchup. Of course, the Heels facing Kansas. What does North Carolina need to do to walk away national champs when all is said and done?
Well, first, just do what they've been doing. They've had a really impressive NCAA tournament run. They've gotten this far doing what they've done. And so they just got to continue that, hitting those shots. In the first half of the last game, they didn't shoot the ball as well, but then they settled in and they started hitting those shots that we're used to seeing them hit. So that's one key. And then also Kansas is a really good team, and they love to get up and down the floor. They're very fast in transition. Even when the ball goes in the basket, they're fast. So they just have to be on the defensive end. They have to be ready to go. And I feel like those are the keys. But like I said, there's not a lot that goes into it. They just have to continue to be the team that they are. And hopefully, one day they can walk in the Dean Dome and see that banner hanging up in the Dean Dome.
All right, we'll see what happens. We appreciate your time, and we'll see if your Heels can celebrate yet another national championship.
Yeah, thank you for having me.